Hey, we're back, and we had a little technical problem, but we've gotten that resolved. Now, I wanted to go back. Let's go back to Ernie Banks, and yeah, there he is, right there. That's my boy. Him and the family, and we always had a lot of fun. You'll see him there with my wife Ruth, and my oldest daughter Sherry, and you'll see a young guy that was a little 14-year-old kid at that time. That's T.L. Williams, one of the biggest stars in Chicago right now, artist. Ernie, like I said, we play golf, and it's like we play when we go on the golf course. Ernie might play 5 holes, but he talks through the other holes. You never know what he's doing. You know, you never know he's talking about something. You know, but I loved him because when we sit down, we finish. Everybody have fun. We dance, and that's just Ernie Banks, man. He just loved life. So, like I said before, when you get home, say a little prayer, because Ernie, hey, God blessed us with you. Ernie, we'll never lose him. Ernie will never leave us, because our memories will always be there. You know, they got statues of him and all that. That's great, but if you got to know him, and you did if you watched the Cubs, because we all loved the Cubs back then, Ernie would never leave us. So Ernie is here with us. We're going to celebrate his life. We're not going to mourn his death. We're going to celebrate his life. Ernie Banks, Chicago Cubs, 83 years old. That's my boy. Now I want to go back to this guy, Bruce Rauner. I was trying to tell people that Bruce was attacking, you see right there it is right there in the Chicago Tribune on your screen. Rauner returns to attacking unions. And read that. It's 2 days old. That paper's 2 days old. Read that. If you don't put people in office to protect your union, folks, I can only tell you about it. If you're not wise enough to look at it and see it for yourself, there's nothing else I can do. This man is saying that he wants right to work, that unions are getting too much money. Read that article. He's saying that these old Democrats, all they're doing is trying to bargain for the unions and get them benefits. What world is he from? But you all didn't understand this. This is why you should have got out and vote. Let no clown in there like that. And this guy, Reverend Meeks, he's a scum of the earth as far as I'm concerned. You're trying to lead your flock to slaughter while this man stuffed your pockets. And this other guy, Cory Booker, people like that, they're the scum of the earth for doing that. And I understand Meeks, a lot of his followers left because of what he's trying. He would stuff his pockets. He don't give a damn about the poor. He don't give a damn about the middle class workers. He don't give a damn about schools and kids. He got his pockets stuffed. And once he did that, what did Rauner do? Put him in a position. He's got a position, big position in Rauner's. And they wonder why African Americans can't deal with Republicans. African Americans are not as dumb as you think they are. We know what's to our benefit, and this guy is not. Now, let's talk about something that is to our benefit, Obamacare. Remember I told you all that Obamacare was going to, sweep the country like wildfire once people start getting a little taste of it. And now in Indiana, Republican Indiana, guess what? The governor just said, hey, we want some too. Clip number 3. We want some too in Indiana. And now they're asking and begging for it, and they're about to get it. And we're going to do all we can. We're going to do all we can to support them, in Indiana. But you know what? Thank you, Mr. President, for doing that. And you know what? This Republican governor in Indiana and the Republican House and all of them, they got smart. They said, hey, we want this, and the hell with the rest of them, we're going to take this. But we're not going to call it Obamacare. We're going to call it Affordable Care Act. Call it what you want. But your people are covered now. Black, white, brown, everybody has an opportunity to be covered, which is great. This president, like I told you, man, we're going to run this down before it's over with. We're going to really run it down with the president before it's over with. That's Obamacare. Jesus Garcia, we're going to move on to what's going on in the city right now. As you can see, Jesus Garcia, a good friend of mine. When I was president of the local, he was an alderman. We got together, we put Harold Washington in office, and folks, it was a heck of a thing. We got black, Hispanic, white, everybody. We got together and put this man in office. And you know what happened? We had to get, and I'm gonna say it like it is, we had to get the intelligent white people to vote for us, okay? Because people that were led and didn't read, they talk about black people don't read. A lot of people don't read because you had some people that were being led and wasn't reading for themselves and understanding, and they were just believing. They were going to put this guy that was in the crazy house, Bernard Epton, in as mayor. He had just got out of the crazy house, and they were going to put him in as mayor because that's the only guy. He was a Republican. That's the only guy they could put in. They could run for it because of that hate and that racism, that crazy stuff. And I tell you all this. Listen to me closely. Go out and see that movie Selma. Go see that movie Selma. And they talk about what I've been talking about for years. And that is that there's no such thing as racism. There's rich and poor. What the rich do is pit the poor against black, against Hispanics, against black, poor, Hispanics, and Asians and everybody, so that they can keep control. Keep control. Go watch the movie Selma, and they'll explain it even better than I did. Or you can go back and look in the archives, because I talk about it all the time. No such thing as racism. There's rich and poor. They try to control everything, everything. But we're not going to let that happen. And we got, in February, we got the mayor from Dalton coming on. Riley Rogers, and this is his group right here. They're running for office. Now, the mayor's already in office, but he's supporting these individuals here for aldermen in his town. He's going to want you to listen to them, and they're going to speak. And a lot of people watch this. A lot of people in Dalton watch this show. And going to want you to be there when he comes on. I'll give you those dates. They're coming up in February. I think the election is in March, if I believe. It's March or April. But anyway, they're going to be on in February, okay? And I'll give you more up-to-date information about that. Now, a lot of times we talk about, killings and murders and things like that in the state of Illinois and in the other states and, with our kids, our little kids. We talk about negative things, all the things that happen. Do you know there are a lot of kids in this country, white, black, all, that do great things, especially black kids? I'm going to give you a little bit on a young lady that I think is magnificent. And this young lady's name is Ashley Rose. She is like the president of the local DECA. And DECA means, there's a picture of her there, beautiful young lady. DECA means Distributive Education Clubs of America. This automatic, she's the president, now this automatically places her at the Internationals in Orlando, Florida. She's been inducted into the Mississippi Tech Masters Scholars Program and National Technical Honor Society and National Honor Society. She's a delegate for her school. She goes to other schools to speak to honor students about DECA and the education and how you need to, further your education and step it up. I mean, she's a brain. She's a straight A student, always have been. She's a member, like I said, of the Honor Society. Now, from February 19th through February 21st, she'll compete in the DECA competition in the state of Mississippi. And with her, I look for her to win this because she's just, now when I'm talking about the state of Mississippi, I'm not just talking about African-American kids now. I'm talking about the state of Mississippi, okay? Now that's one thing that she do. The other thing that she does is she is a great golfer. She's ranked number 5. Here's a clip of her in a tournament in Mississippi. She's ranked number 5 in females as a golfer in high school in Mississippi. She's a junior in high school. Watch her. Watch her take this tee shot right here. beautiful form, great. I would be looking for her to go pro. This is Ashley. Watch it.
There you go.
Magnificent shot.
Shot.
She's great. She's great. You think now, the one thing, and what you're looking at on the screen right here, I want to hold that shot for a minute. Because when I was in Mississippi, we couldn't go on the grounds of the white schools in Mississippi. We couldn't even come in the back door, you know? But now you look at her teammates, black, white, they don't have problems anymore there. That is beautiful. They go together. They go competition together. They have lunch. They go over each other's houses. You know, if people would stop with this racism thing, and I'm talking about calling it that because it's poor, it's rich against poor. They want to keep two little beautiful people like this right here fighting each other so that they can keep control. But it's not happening. Our young people are not letting it happen, and we did this. We fought in Mississippi. We rioted. We did everything we could to make sure that these kids would have a golden opportunity in this country of ours. And again, I want you to go see that movie, Selma. You're going to be surprised. It's not one of those regular civil rights movies with a thing. It shocked me. It's the best movie I've seen in years. And I think you're going to really, really enjoy that. But what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a break because I want to bring on my guest tonight. And we're going to talk about what's going on in Chicago, the city of Chicago, and what's going on with labor unions, specifically one labor union, which is ATU Local 241, which is having elections. We'll be back right after this commercial here.
Smoke is rising from the highway. People burying their dead. I asked somebody what the time is. Time doesn't matter to them.